things to keep busy. We heard about the help with the rent and help with the utilities. This time of year, it's always tough, but then to have
COVID on top of that,
restrictions
then it was
and
like,
all of that,
oh my gosh, what are we going to do?
You know, we started the program to help support small businesses. Obviously during these tough economic times and COVID affecting everything, we were able to help stimulate our local small business economy and help them pay with rent, different fixed costs that they have every single month.
Really, the bulk of our economy, we need to be very aware of that and very engaged, and those are the businesses that really are the most at risk during an economic downturn.
And so to have something like this,
The support from the city.
yeah, something like this was like a breath of fresh air.
It gives us pride in having a business and owning a business in Mesa.
Falcon Field Airport includes a variety of aviation facilities and services. It encompasses 784 acres, 2 runways of 5,100 and 3,800 feet, 2 helipads, more than 400 city-owned hangars, and numerous privately owned hangar facilities. Nearly 100 businesses on Falcon Field provide more than 1,000 jobs. The City of Mesa-owned airspace are safely and efficiently managed. Whether you are looking to build an aircraft from the ground up, or if you need aircraft maintenance, inspections, avionics, interiors, or paint, there is aviation needs.
Mesa Forensic Services Firearms Unit. This is an overview of what this unit can do. Function testing. Does the gun work as designed? Bullet cartridge case examinations using a comparative microscope. Did they come from the same gun? Serial number restoration. Is a serial number obliterated? We may be able to get that back. They're scenes. Tool marks. Scratches or cuts made on one object by another object. Function testing. This evaluation determines if a firearm functions in a safe and normal manner. This is an in-depth examination and will include such things as trigger pull, safety function, mechanical issues, etc. Bullet cartridge case examinations. Components collected from shooting scenes such as fired cartridge cases and fired bullets can be compared to each other and to collected firearms to determine a common source. Answering the question, were these bullets or cases fired from this gun? Or were these bullets or cases fired from one gun or multiple guns? Serial number restoration. The unit has a number of tools and methods for restoring serial numbers. Distance determination. We have the physical and chemical means to determine how far away the muzzle of a firearm was from the target. It is also possible to use a shotgun spread pattern to determine distance in situations where a shotgun was used. NIBIN test fire and NIBIN entry. This is a screening tool in which fired cartridge cases, both test fired and from the scene, are entered into a database and are searched against other cartridge cases previously entered from other agencies. Tool marks. Anywhere a tool was used and left a mark, this method can be used. We can compare the marks left by a tool to the tool itself for a common source.
Hi, I'm Lori, and I'm a mentor with the Mesa K Ready program. Our program helps you get your 4-year-old kindergarten ready. We look forward to working with you. We have lots of different resources to assist you, from use of a tablet with interactive educational games to open labs where your child can work on their skills necessary to start kindergarten. We look forward to working with you and your whole family in this next step in your education process.
You know, I'm really excited to be at the Canned Food Drive today at the Red Mountain Multi-Generation Facility here at Red Mountain Park. The community response throughout this pandemic has really been very heartwarming and very fun to see. Typically, we've been at events like this where there's long lines of cars and they pump their brakes and we fill their trunks with food. We got the opposite going on today, where cars are showing up and they're contributing food.
We are accepting food donations for the Mesa Care program. We know there are many families here in Mesa that are experiencing food insecurity. This is a way that the city of Mesa can assist many of those families here in the city that are in need. And we hope that we have many people donating food items to this wonderful program. Appreciate that City of Mesa has taken up this initiative to launch the Mesa Care program. It's very, very important during this pandemic. We need to be able to support our residents, and this is our city's efforts in trying to provide support, relief, and security to many of these individuals that are currently suffering as a result of the pandemic.
This pandemic has been about protecting our physical health and doing what we can to slow the spread of the virus, but it's also taken a toll on our mental and emotional health. And so events like this that give us an opportunity to do positive things, to try to make the situation better, I think have been really good for all of us.
Hi everyone, Ranger Burton here with the City of Mesa Park Rangers. I'm going to go over a few how-tos, do's and don'ts within the City of Mesa in regards to our community fishing waters. During fishing, you want to make sure you don't get in this water. Don't jump in. No swimming is allowed. Tend to your own poles. You are allowed 2 poles per angler. Again, we want to make sure that we don't feed the wildlife and you cast within a proper distance of other people. So after we're done fishing, let's make sure to clean up after ourselves. Let's make sure to use all of the trash cans. We do utilize these black tubes that help with collecting all of your unwanted tangled line, lures, hooks. You can utilize those to dispose of those. Lastly, if we see any suspicious activity around the lakes, we want to go ahead and contact Arizona Game and Fish and report any suspicious activity. Remember guys, come out, have fun, enjoy our waters, be safe.
A lot of these families rely on us for a safe environment for their children and rely on us for their food. And we took a significant hit in the enrollment. We did shut down for a couple weeks.
You know, the Small Business Emergent Act has allowed businesses to apply for federal funding that we received.
That's unique about us is that City of Mesa and Midwest Food Bank take care of all the statistical information that's needed. So by the time the food gets to House of Refuge, all we ask is that you drive up, we put the food in your car, and you can drive away. We don't need any kind of information. So we're encouraging.
Let go as businesses were closing, and the need is great, and people are. It hit at such an inopportune time, right? The market was really doing great, and so as we start to recover, needs like this are out there to help people make it through the hard times until they can get back on their feet and get back to work and and become sustainable again. So that's why we're here.
We're here. These food boxes have about 3 to 4 meals in them. We want to make sure that they get into your car, into your home, because if you are in need, we want to make sure that you have those.
My mother used to say, a long time ago, whenever there would be any catastrophe that was on the air, she would say, always look for the helpers. Because if you look for the helpers, you'll know that there's hope.
Play ball is great for both experienced kids or first-timers wanting to try new sports. Focuses on enjoyment and balance in sports. The goals are learning new skills, gaining self-confidence, and building a lifelong love of physical activity.
Walks of life that are coming, we would rather you come get some food assistance and spend your money paying your rent, paying utility bills, and taking care of other people around you.
Pre-COVID-19, United Food Bank on this typical event was serving 500 to 550 families. Since the pandemic's ensued, every week we're serving nearly 2,300 families and more. Every Wednesday from 2 p.m. to 6 p.m. and every Friday from 7 a.m. to 11 a.m. we're offering food distribution in partnership with the United Food Bank. This is their Help Yourself Friday program that they were doing at one of their locations. Late March, they moved this to the convention center based on the need. We've decided to kind of spread out the time a little bit so it's not a mad rush and you don't have to be there at a certain time to ensure that you get food. So people still stay in their cars in the air conditioning, drive up, we'll do the intake and the registration, pop their trunk, put the food in their trunk, and they drive off. And anytime you're there between those hours on those given days, there'll be food available for you.
We have food. We can do this probably most of the summer. As long as our supply chain continues to deliver our warehouse, we will deliver to the people of Mesa down to the last can.
During my time with the city of Mesa,
love it. Don't trash it. Learn what you can do to help at don'ttrasharizona.com.
Because of you, I feel not alone in this world. And you let me know that it only takes one person to make you feel wanted.
How many times have you purchased something in bulk or in a larger multi-pack based on the per unit cost, but in the end you realize you bought way too much? And that value that you were expecting may no longer exist, and now you have a lot of leftover material. That's where the concept of right buying comes in. Basically, that means buying just the right amount of product that you need for your project. This is especially important when it comes to household hazardous materials such as paint, pesticides, tile grout, sealers, and any other hazardous items you may find in your home. By buying just the right amount of product that you need, you don't have to worry about what to do with any leftover material. It's good for the planet and for your wallet. For more information about right buying, visit Mesa Recycling.
On one end of the tunnel, you come in from this very manicured, beautiful urban park area, and at the other side, you go out into sort of a wild area, the Rio Salado area. I want people to sort of take away the contrast between those two things. When it's public art, my art always involves the site and the area and the people that live or work around the area. So in this particular piece, I was able to use some of the birds and some of the foliage that grows around the area. And I hope people in all of my work take away the idea that we do live in an area where we have beautiful nature, different kinds all around us.
To do something in Mesa where I grew up, and also to do something with paint in an exterior situation, which is something that I hadn't done in public art yet. For an exterior piece that it has the protection in the tunnel from sun, also that it has sort of a surrounding effect. It can be on both sides of you, and for me that was unusual. But also, I like that it's part of a transit situation, so it involves pedestrians, bicyclists, skateboarders. The design process probably took about, I would say, 2 weeks as I worked on it on the computer and came to the site to look at the site and try to figure it out. But the painting and the tile work has taken about 2 months. Just the idea that nature's all around us and that it's an important part of what makes it a good place to live.
So today we're having a camp food drive here in District 3, the Dobson Ranch Golf Course. We've asked residents here in Mesa to donate any canned food or non-perishable items to go back to our Mesa Cares program that we're giving out food boxes and other items to our residents that are in need of food. We've been doing this for the last month and a half, over 6 tons, what I've heard. We're encouraging more residents to give out canned foods and non-perishable to keep on that desperate need that our residents are going through, and want to make sure that no resident goes without food at this time. I think it's been a successful program. We're still learning in how we develop these types of strategies. We've definitely have had a helping hand during this time to help support our residents with food. I just want to thank everybody who has participated in this program, and we hope to bring back Mesa even stronger after this. We're opening up through the pandemic and looking at strategies on how we can support our residents with our facilities and services that we provide. I think it's going to be important that we all work together to help everyone out during this time.
Before heading out for some fun at one of Mesa's many playgrounds, remember these 5 simple tips to play it safe. Remain within sight and sound of your children playing. Choose a playground with age-appropriate equipment for your child. Be mindful of weather conditions, as equipment may be slippery from the rain or hot from the sun. Plus, don't forget the sunscreen. Always play during park hours. While playing, wear appropriate footwear. The City of Mesa offers a wide variety of parks and playgrounds for all ages and abilities. Have fun and play it safe.
So you look at the fires 30 or 40 years ago, and it used to be 20 minutes from the time the fire started to the time you needed to exit your house. Now they're saying with the modern furnishings that it's about 4 minutes.